And we're live here on the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined here by Jordan Petrowski, who will talk in a few minutes, and obviously he'll talk throughout the broadcast. He's one of our newest members here to the Northstar Network. He was originally going to shadow this game, but Killian, he wasn't feeling too good. Not only did he have his sister's concert that he wasn't able to miss, he was also not feeling good this morning. So either way, wasn't able to make it here to today's game. But we're here, me and Jordan, and we're ready to kick this thing off, get the tip off in just a few moments as the North Stars are taking on their division rival, the Liverpool Legends, here at CNS High School. The first game of the season for the girls, their home opener and their season opener in just a few moments. Jordan, I don't know if you saw the girls at all last year, if you watched anything, but playing against a division rival, what do you think we'll see here tonight from the girls?
I think it'll be a great matchup. Obviously, last year they were in the championship sectional finals. North Star has lost that game, disappointingly. But it was a great matchup against each other. I think it'll be another great matchup tonight.
Yeah, and the girls, they've always been a strong team. They lost a few players last year. They're always losing players here and there, but the main story, especially last year too, that they still retain, and that is Leah Benedict. Leah Benedict, I apologize. It's been a minute. Leah Benedict, she was one of she actually was the leading scorer for the North Stars last year. You also had Jilly Howell, who they lost, and Grace Villeneuve, both of them excellent under the net. In the paint, so we'll see how they fare without them this year. But Leah Benedict will definitely be the front force here for the North Stars on offense. So we'll be back in just a few moments for our tip-off. We welcome you back. As you can see, one of our new camera angles. We're still getting used to it. Owen Lynch is our main camera operator tonight, but we also have Ethan Hansen, who's down on the sideline. Again, we're working out some kinks. We were just testing it today. It was working out fine. And the only thing is he's not able to see what he's filming, unfortunately. So the plan is to have them stationary. But as of right now, we don't have all the proper mounts, so we're just having it mobile. But yes, Ethan isn't able to see, unfortunately, what he is filming, so there may be some askew camera angles. So just work with us here as we're figuring that thing out. But hopefully we're going to provide some better angles for you guys at home and allow for some better viewing. So just as teams are getting ready, let's give you your starting lineups for both teams. The North Stars, Kyla Bednar there, number 2. Number 3, Meadow Wirtz. Number 4, Avery Rumble. Number 5, Elise Cook. And, of course, number 12, Leah Benedict. And then for the Legends, you have Gracie Ann Sleeth. Number 3, number 5, Mara Woods. Number 7, Lyric Noel. Number 13, Cara Barudi. And number 22, Angelina Kohler. So those are your starters for both teams as we're getting tip-off in just a few seconds. Coach Rob Seichin giving his last few pieces of advice to his starting line here as they step out on the court in this home opener. 8-minute quarters. For a reminder of folks at home who haven't watched girls basketball in quite some time, as here comes the tip-off. It's going to be, I believe, that's going to be Kyla Bednar there as the North Stars are going to win it. Here's Meadow Wirtz. She gets it over to Avery Rumble at the top of the key. Here's Leah Benedict. She looks for an in. She sees nothing. She gets it off to Elise Cook, who finds. Oh, man. Kyla Bednar, she had a layup there, couldn't finish. And now it's going back the other direction for the Legends. That one poked free by Elise Cook. The North Stars aren't able to do anything. The three-pointer off the rim, it's no good. That one is held. There's going to be a foul on the floor. As that one's going to be brought back in by the Legends. Gracie Ann Sleeth. Here behind the net, she fires that one out to Kohler, who loses it to Meadow Wirtz. Cha-ching! Meadow Wirtz with the turnover. And she gets points out of it, the first points of the game. 7:07 here.
That was just great hustle by Meadow Wirtz. Get the rebound off of her and then run it up to the hoop. Good play.
Yep. The North Stars are definitely going to have to be physical this year. A lot of tough competition here in Section 3. One of them being the Legends. As, again, great hustle by Wirtz to get the first points of the evening. Liverpool looks for a response. They do. That's Gracie Ann Sleeth. Her first points of the game and the first points of the game for the Legends. We're all tied up 2-2 here with 6:40 left to go. Benedict swings it over for Bednar. She gets it back over to Rumble. Benedict back to the top of the key. Bednar gets it inside for Wirtz. She's got nowhere to go. Kicks it out to the corner for Benedict, who's double teamed. That's a great kick out there for Cook, who cannot complete it. On the rebound, there is a foul, however. So I believe it's going to be brought in, by the Legends. Gracie Ann Sleeth. We still sit tied 2-2. Not much going for either team so far, as a lot of big defensive plays so far by Meadow Wirtz. There she gets a huge block. It does go out of bounds, but it stops the momentum of the Legends. Yeah, nearly a backcourt violation there, but no, I forget. It might be different in high school. Don't quote me on that one, but that one, she's forced to get rid of it. Popped up, and both Bednar and Wirtz were there to stop Baruti on the play. Great kick out, Bednar with the swish, as the North Stars have regained the lead, up 4-2. That one, clean block from Wirtz, is hit out of bounds, but again, stops the momentum of the Legends. Sleeth gonna throw it in. Tries to move, and Wirtz with another pickoff. She gets it to her teammate, Bednar, who's fouled from behind.
Wirtz making these defensive plays is really like CNS is really capitalizing off of it, able to get points off of it.
You saw in the last one, they got 2 out of it. We'll see if they can get 2 out of this one. Great inbound. Wirtz tries to get her own rebound. They're saying it's still in bounds.
That was a weird call.
Interesting call there by the refs. Is that one the Hail Mary throw? And that one finally going to be out of bounds, though it hit off the face of Elise Cook. So going back to the play earlier, great inbound by Avery Rumble. Wirtz just couldn't complete it, and again, interesting call there by the refs.
Yeah, I believe that touched the baseline, but
yeah, not quite sure there. Is that one another turnover forced by Meadow Wirtz, though she does lose it out of bounds. So Legends going to stick with possession here. 5:04 left to go, and the North Stars a narrow 2-point lead. 4-2 your score. Here comes Sleeth again to inbound. North Stars making some great defensive plays. Here comes a jump ball, I believe. Yep. And it's going to stick with Liverpool. Great hustle by the North Stars here. Elise Cook there to force the turnover. She had 2 defenders on her. Couldn't do much with that. And it's going to be a jump ball in favor of Liverpool. Yet to see a 3-point made, as Woods drives instead, but nothing of it. The North Stars with the rebound. Wirtz looked like she wanted to go for 3. Great screen from Wirtz. Benedict just couldn't connect. As with 4:30 left to go, we're about halfway through this first quarter. And that one is out of bounds and sticks with the Legends. Low scoring affair here in this first quarter. Both defenses been on point here tonight. As there's a foul. So that's on Bednar. She's already got 2 here tonight. 2 out of the 3 fouls for the North Stars. So the North Stars, they're definitely playing physical. As what a turnover there from Avery Rumble. Can she hold on to it? She can't. The North Stars defense tonight, Jordan, has been spectacular.
I agree.
As there goes a foul. And she's going to go to the line for 2, I believe. No. Guess it's not a shooting foul there. Looked like she was in the motion of shooting when she got fouled, but no. That's Noel, who got her own rebound, but couldn't finish. Rumble. She nearly loses it, though Benedict is there to pick it up. We've had a couple changes here for the North Stars as Kylie Stockton's out there. She loses that one out of bounds to the Legends. And we still sit at a 4-2 game with less than 4 minutes left to go. Both teams just playing physical here, Jordan, and I think that's leading to this low-scoring affair.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a defensive game, really. There's not going to be a bunch of points on the game, but it's going to be a good game.
That one Didn't see it touched by any Northstar. Maybe it got tipped in the air. A few interesting calls here from the ref. Our first potential 3 of the night. And this is by Angelina Kohler. So the Legends have taken the lead, up 5-4. Stockton in for Wirtz. They look to regain the lead as that one is turned over. Can the Legends hold on to it? They can't. As Woods loses it once again to Wirtz. A lot of turnovers so far.
Yeah, that was a great play by Wirtz right there. Come from behind and get that snatch block.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Oh, wow. Another potential turnover, though. Wirtz tries to hold on to it. She loses it once more. It's Noel, who had nobody there. And it's going to go back to the North Stars. Both teams, again, just playing really aggressive. As here we're going to get a timeout. Not quite sure who called. I believe it was the North Stars. Yeah, so that's going to be a timeout on the North Stars, so they're going to recoup. We'll see if Coach Seichin can make some changes as the North Stars trail this one just by 1, 4-5. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. 2:47 left to go in this first quarter. As here comes Avery Rumble and the North Stars. Down 1 as they look to bounce back. The North Stars just need to work on their plays. Oh, as that's going to be a jump ball. Oh, it's going to go to the North Stars.
Yeah, that's just a great play by Stockton right there. Just pump fake, go for the layup. You can't make it, but get the turnover.
Yep.
Really big deal.
Rumble. Avery Rumble specifically. I got to remember that there's 2 Rumbles on the team. As Wirtz tries the layup off the backboard, but nothing comes of it. North Stars still trail at 4-5. And that's going to be a travel on the Legends. So the North Stars catch a break. If they hadn't called that, that might have been a shooting foul there. A lot of hands in there. But yeah, the North Stars just need to clean things up. We saw a lot of this last year too. They're just a little sloppy. They do a great job forcing turnovers. There's a deep 3 for Benedict, but it doesn't find its way through. Multiple rebounds by the North Stars. They keep this thing going. Rumble kicks it out to Stockton. She nearly loses it, and it's going to be a travel.
Interesting call.
Some head-scratching calls here from the refs tonight. She was down on her knees when he called it.
She wasn't attempting to stand up.
If anything, that was a jump ball. So North Stars still trail it. 4-5, just over a minute left to go. That one was a risky one. It's going to go to the North Stars. Risky one for Legends, I might say.
Good hustle by Avery Rumble right there.
As we get another timeout here. this time by the Legends. So we'll see what changes they can make, and we'll see what Mike Wheeler can do on the sideline, and if they can stay ahead here. 5-4, the Legends lead it. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. Northstar still trailing in this low-scoring affair. With just over a minute left to go, about a buck and some change. So Northstars look to regain the lead. Another turnover. It's been turnover after turnover for both teams. Neither team has been able to catch a break as that one gets a good bounce for Sleeth, and the Legends have extended their lead. Up 3, we'll see if the Northstars can get their first three-pointer of the game in crunch time. Benedict, who was excellent from 3 last year, has yet to connect beyond the arc. Kylie Stockton. Yeah, the Northstars just need to work on their sloppy play. You know, you don't want to critique them now. I mean, they move the ball well. They dropped some excellent plays. They got some excellent shooters. Just some of their plays are just a little bit too sloppy. That's what forces the turnovers. You know, they play some excellent defense as we're under 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter. The Northstars still trail, this time by a larger deficit after Liverpool was able to increase their lead. As they're going to hold, there's going to be about 6-7 seconds left after the shot clock expires, but no need.
Yeah, I've been seeing a couple of open Northstars, and they've just been pushing into the paint when there's abilities to pass it back.
Yep. Northstars just need to, again, work. That's where all the fouls are coming from. They have 4 compared to the 1, just 1 for the Legends. And I think that really comes from some of the sloppy plays they've been making. And that's also been leading to the turnovers, as they're going to have to shoot here, and not off in time, whether she made it or not. And that's going to do it for the first quarter of action. Northstars trail this one 4-7. I'm Joey Cox. Again, thank you so much for joining us here. Of course, joined alongside Jordan Petrowski. Will join you back in just a few moments. We'll welcome you back here. Joey Cox joined alongside Jordan Petrowski. The Northstars trailing this one to the Legends 4-7. As that one great physical play there by Stockton. She kind of decreased the separation after that pass, and she just kind of forced her way in there. Turns the ball over. Jump ball there, so the Northstars do get on the lucky side of things, being a jump ball and all, but Avery Rumble kicks it out. This time a 3 for Benedict. It's aired. A rebound by Emmy Rumble. Doesn't get anything, and Benedict turns it over. And in the other direction on transition, Lyric Noel gets points for the Legends, and they lead this one 4-9.
Yeah, last Northstar's possession, I saw Emmy Rumble open a couple times. Could have passed it over.
Great takeaway points there. Scoring off the turnover is Lyric Noel for the Legends. Rumble decides to take it through. Drives down the paint. She doesn't get anything. A little bit of contact there, but nothing illegal. Is that one thrown up? Back to the Legends. A lot of bodies in there. It's thrown up. It's going to stay with the Legends. Now, another thing I've noticed about the refs here tonight, Jordan, they've been a little also hesitant on their calls. As you can see, that ref, he wasn't quite sure which direction he wanted to go, and then he slowly pointed in the Legends direction.
Yeah, he wasn't sure if it was out of bounds or not.
Yeah.
He just went with what he was going to call.
Yep. So the Legends look to continue this tear and extend their lead. As there's a three! This one by Gracie Schultz off the bench. And the North Stars get another unlucky play there. Back again to the Legends. The Legends, if my math serves me correctly, they've been on a 7-0 run.
I think you'd be right.
Actually, no, I think it's actually more than that. It was 4-2, so actually it's a 10-0 run. Benedict gets it over to Cook as they look to snap this skid here. Rumble kicks it out to Benedict for three. There we go. The North Stars ending the 10-0 run by the Legends. And they get their first three of the evening.
Good start to end that drought. Really needed that.
There is a foul, however, on the North Stars, so just stop the momentum there for a minute. But just over 5:30 left to go. There's a three from Kohler. Can't find it. Benedict, she's hot from three. She wants to keep it going. Wirtz gets the offensive rebound. She kicks it out to Cook. Back over to Benedict, who's been hot from three. She goes from downtown. 3-point swoosh.
There it is. Now it's a 2-point game.
The North Stars have decreased this deficit after trailing by 8. 2 back-to-back threes for Leah Benedict. And they just cut this thing down to a 2-point game. Benedict just been hot from beyond the arc. Well, she can continue it on the next offensive possession for the North Stars. That one fired all the way past half court. And that's going to be a foul on Benedict, or Bednar, I believe. Yep. So it does stop the momentum of the Legends, but they're going to get a reset of the shot clock here. As here comes Sleeth with the inbound. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter of action. The Legends still lead, but the North Stars have cut the deficit. North Stars currently on a 6-0 run. Fires that one up. Ball is bounced around. It's going to be sticking with the North Stars. Nearly a jump ball there, but a reach-in foul there on the Legends, and the North Stars are going to stick with it. It's Elise Cook. Here comes Avery Rumble in the other direction. Fires that one up for Emmy Rumble. 2 Rumble twins. Benedict. She gets fouled. The reset of the shot clock here for the North Stars. Will stop a momentum, but
yeah, I believe the Legends changed their defensive strategy. They're trying to double team Leah Benedict, I believe.
Yep.
Get her, prevent her from doing threes.
They've switched to a little bit of a zone here. They've been playing mostly zone the whole night. Seen a little bit of man-to-man, but here to try to combat Benedict, who's been hot from three. They decide to focus more on a double team of Benedict through the zone. Noel is going to lose it, trying to keep it in bounds. Benedict, who's hot from three, tries to drive down the paint, but she is fouled. So a reset of the shot clock here. She's going to get a inbound here at the baseline. Benedict, that one tipped out of bounds by Noel. And another reset of the shot clock for the North Stars. Now, I know, Jordan, you called the Legends the Warriors just a few moments ago. It definitely took me a while to get used to the new name, but it's kind of become second nature, so.
Yep.
It's definitely been interesting, but here we're going to get, oh, no. Gets it off in time before the jump ball. Wirtz, she kicks out to Cook. Rumble over to Benedict. Benedict back over to Cook. She's got under 10 seconds. Downtown three from Benedict. Just a little long. Nearly from the logo.
That was a contested three. She did have a little time left, but
she felt confident to take it.
Yep.
Fortunately, just misses, but hey, usually those threes they can be air balls, but in that case, she was a little bit long. That one poked out of bounds. It's going to stick with the Legends, I believe. Yeah, as here we get a substitution. Kylie Stockton coming into the game for Meadow Wirtz. She heads to the bench. A little bit of a line change here, if you will, as Sleeth here to inbound for the Legends. Noel. She holds beyond the arc. Gets it back over to Sleeth. She fires from beyond the arc. Benedict's going to get the defensive rebound. She fires all the way downfield, but it's picked off by Sleeth. All the way downfield. I don't know. I'm going back to the football days here, Jordan. Down court, I should say. Noel tries to get it, as there's another foul on the floor.
Just unable to get that pass all the way down the court. Like, if that just had a little more power to it, that would have been an easy 2 points.
Shout out to Aaron Tarquini, our former producer, and Joe Seidman, one of our former commentators here on the Northstar Network. Joe Seidman over there at Oswego. He's got his show, the Jeopardy Show. I have yet to watch that. I got to get on and watch that. It looks fun. So hope he's doing good. And then, of course, Aaron Tarquini, our former producer, he is over there at St. Bonaventure, studying, I believe, sports management, if I'm not mistaken, and sports media. I know sports media is in there, but as we get a timeout, but those two are watching the broadcast right now. They're loving the sideline camera, so shout out to our former Northstar Network alumni. And, of course, got to always give a shout out to Johnny Lisi, the Johnny Lisi, over there at the Park School of Communications at Ithaca. So 3 of our former alumni going to school for broadcasting of some sort. Aaron Tarquinio getting a little bit of the management in there as well, but he's also got some media in his studies as well. So we'll take a break here on the Northstar Network. Again, always a huge shout out to our alumni. Thank you for watching. We'll welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube as Sleeth fires that one across to the other corner, and Gracie Schultz just couldn't get a hand on it as the North Stars have regained possession. We've had a little drought offensively from both teams as we still sit with the North Stars trailing 10-12. Great pass to Rumble. Can Benedict keep it in? She cannot. She just barely steps out of bounds. Good call there from the ref, but we saw some other ones earlier that looked like they went out of bounds, and refs didn't call it. So that time, good call from one of our refs. We'll get you those names after halftime or our little half break. I don't know if they call it halftime in basketball or not. I don't know.
I believe they do.
All right. I feel like I've never heard it referred to as really anything. As there's a reach and foul from Kohler. As the North Stars get a reset of the shot clock with 1:33 left to play. About a buck and some change. As really solid crowd here tonight, Jordan.
Yep.
Fans showing out. We don't have quite a student section necessarily like we do see from volleyball, as that one just a little long from Stockton. As the North Stars turn it over. The Rumble twins. Is that one from Emmy Rumble off the mark. And it's going to stick with the Legends. 1:15 left to go in the second quarter. North Stars still trail at 10-12. Definitely the low-scoring affair, Jordan, that me and you talked about earlier in the first quarter. That one poked away. A lot of turnovers here today. Both teams just making some sloppy plays on offense.
Yeah, North Star's got to at least tie this game before half.
She keeps it in. And her twin keeps it. That three just a little off the mark from Cook. But Benedict gets the rebound. And the North Stars have tied this thing up with 40 seconds left to go. Great job by Emmy Rumble to keep it in. And then her sister, Avery Rumble, manages to keep it. Though the Legends have a response of their own.
It looks like it fell into the lap of Gracie Schultz when she intended to pass it to Gracie Schultz.
So Denaria Cohen to get a response to Benedict's 2 points. Get a couple points of her own to help the Legends regain their lead, up 14-12. Here comes Stockton from the line. She misses on her first, but has a chance to make this at least a 1 point game. 0 for 1 is Stockton. Looks to go 1 for 2. Sends that one up, and it trickles in off the backboard. Actually, she's shooting 3. I apologize. So a chance to tie this game up. 1 for 2. Look to go 2 for 3. It's Kylie Stockton. That one, a beautiful swoosh from Stockton. As this game sits tied with 17 left to go before half. "12 seconds left to go." That one popped up, and Benedict's going to get it back. The clock stops with 8 seconds left to go. So North Stars still maintain possession. So actually, they've reached their limit. So here comes Benedict to try to take the lead before half.
That was not ideal by the Legends to draw that foul right there. Because now CNS could be going into the third quarter with a lead.
Yep. Here comes 2 for Benedict. After some sloppy plays from the Legends. Cause them to reach their foul limit and allows the North Stars to go to the line before the third quarter. Benedict does manage to get the second one as the North Stars have a 1 point lead. but the Legends do have some time. Sleeth, she's going to have to shoot now. Not enough time. She can't get it off, and the North Stars have the lead 15-14. Jordan, what do you think the North Stars need to do to help extend that lead?
They need better defensive plays. They can't cause too many turnovers. They need to be better in the paint and not. Excuse me. They need to see open opportunities.
Yep.
Take advantage of them. Capitalize.
Exactly. So, quite a few opportunities they've had in the paint that have just been slightly off the mark, and they just need to clean up their shooting, and they should be able to pull away here. We'll be back in just about 10 minutes here. I'm Joey Cox. Thank you so much for joining us. Joined by Jordan Petrowski. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the third quarter of action. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Jordan Petrowski. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Northstar Network for the girls' home opener and season opener. First game of the season versus their big division rival, the Liverpool Legends, here at CNS High School. Legends going to start with it as one of these teams looking to start off the season on a high, 1-0. And the other is going to start with a loss. So that one is pushed out of bounds. It's going to stick with the Legends. But I think, Jordan, really starting off your first game on the right foot sets the tone for the rest of the season. Now, you can always come back from a season opener loss, but it's always better to start off with a win. It really sets the tone for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I agree. It really sets the energy with the entire team. Gets just great energy overall with the team.
So we're only about 20 seconds in here, and we already got a foul. Is that one a jump ball? So the Legends, they're going to stack here. Noelle moves outside the arc. She tries to drive in. She's going to kind of partially kick that one out to Kohler. Tries to find her way through. That three from Sleeth off the mark. It's going to stick with the North Stars. Bednar playing a little back and forth with Rumble, who gets to Cook. Cook, a little bounce pass to Wirtz, who kicks it out for Bednar for potentially a three, depending on what the refs would rule, but doesn't make its way through the net regardless. Cook tries to get a stop on transition. No foul, but it's going to be popped out of bounds by the North Stars. Is that three way off the mark for Sleeth? That one for three. As Meadow Wirtz extends the lead for the North Stars. What a play for number three to get three, as there's a foul and a turnover. So the North Stars get it back.
If we go back to the Legends' last play, I believe it was number three, Sleeth. She bounced it off North Stars' back, which was a great play at theory, but she just couldn't capitalize off of it.
Gets it in for Wirtz. As Cook tries to get that one up top, but nothing going. Over the short corner. That one kicked out for three for Kohler. Rings around the rim, and the North Stars have it back off a defensive rebound. Over the corner. Bednar keeping the ball moving around the arc. Good ball movement inside. Wirtz just kind of forced to throw that one up. She had nobody there. Is that one an and one, I believe? Yeah, that's going to be an and one for the Legends. Rumble already on her third. Here's Sleeth at a potential three-point play to get this a one-point game, as Liverpool trails 16-18. Sleeth, that one rolls off the front of the rim, and three-point play is only going to be two. Sleeth staying close with Benedict. as some fans not happy about a potential missed call there.
I believe those are Liverpool fans.
Yeah. Wirtz for an open three. That one rings out. Bednar gets the rebound. She loses it, but Cook gets it back. Benedict for three. Cha-ching from beyond the arc, left side. And Benedict cashes in to extend the North Stars lead. They're up 5, 21-16. Sleeth tries to throw it into the short corner for Noel, but she doesn't get anything. There's a little bit of a Euro step, but they're going to call a travel on Benedict. Looked like a clean Euro step to me, Jordan.
I did not see a third step there. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Another questionable call, but.
And it's again when she gathers. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like she gathered until she was off the ground. Now, that's the one thing you really need to know a lot about basketball to know that. And, this is actually a rule. Now, I don't know how it pertains to high school level, but a rule that I just learned about in the NBA. There was this one play in a Bucks game, I believe. It looked like a clear travel, but he only had 2 steps before he gathered. And even though he had like 6 steps, it was clean because of when he gathered. I believe I
know what clip you're talking about.
Yeah. And, again, a decent ball knower, such as myself, it looked like a travel, but you really need to, there's like that one specific rule about when you gather, and that determines really when the count starts. So even if you have like 2 steps, or 2 or 3 steps without dribbling, it's until you gather that they start to count your steps for the travel. So Benedict connects on both. Is that one going to go to the North Stars? A little bit of a push there from Cook, but it's enough to knock the ball out of the hands of Sleeth.
Good defensive play there by Cook. Get that turnover.
A lot of big defensive plays here tonight from really all the North Stars. Just need to clean a couple things up. Is a good screen from Rumble as the North Stars force Coach Mike Wheeler and the Legends to take a timeout. They're trailing by 9 here with 3:52 left to go in this third quarter. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We welcome you back as the North Stars are on a roll. Only 2 points scored. All right, actually, I'll let you talk about that.
Yeah, the North Stars flipped a switch in between halves. They were able to get a good defensive play right there, as we see, but only holding them to 2 points halfway through the third quarter is just great plays.
Yep. And the North Stars themselves have scored 10. So 10 compared to the Legends' sole 2.
Definitely night and day from the first half.
Yes. North Stars starting to pull away, and this victory seems closer and closer. Definitely, again, a low-scoring affair like we predicted, and refs talking about something on the sideline.
I believe shot clock or a foul.
Our shot clock operator down there, Mark Vanette. Our scoreboard operator, Chris Pilata. Of course, our wonderful PA announcer, Daryl White. Down there, DJ. He's a jack of all trades. He can sing too, you know. He's in a rock band. I forget the name. I think it's a Rider, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that, but they play some gigs. I've been wanting to go to one. They play at Sharky's every so often. As there's a 3 from 3. Number 3, Sleeth. It's off the mark. It's a little reminiscent of that multi-turnover play Jalen Hurts there. Will fight for the ball. As there, just a little bit of a step move and a 3 for Benedict. You can see she kind of just juked out the defender there, yeah. Jordan. She's right there. She could have shot, but it would have been contested. She just does a little sidestep, gets herself open, shoots, and that one just rocks around the rim and finds its way through the net for 3 for the North Stars. They lead this thing up 12 with 3:05 left to go in the third quarter. Legends looking to make some changes here after taking a timeout. That one a mid-range too.
Good hustle by Bednar there.
Yeah. As they're saying, it's going to stick with the Legends. Definitely some interesting calls here by
I saw a tip.
Reffing. Looked like he called the whistle for out of bounds prior to. Looked like Bednar was there. Cook was there to try to catch it, but I think it went out of bounds before she was able to touch it. A lot of definitely controversial calls from our refs here tonight. So here comes an inbound for Sleeth. She gets it over to Noelle. Noelle's going to drive the paint herself. That one just slightly off the mark. Thought it was going to trickle in, but it bounces out. And the North Stars still stay on this tear. Benedict, she's going to get it to Wirtz. She looked like she wanted to shoot for 3, but she decides to keep it and get it to her teammates instead. Bednar tries to keep it in, but to no avail. As here comes Sleeth once again for the Legends to inbound.
See, I was talking to a North Star parent. He was quite unhappy about the reffing decisions this game, as some would say.
Yeah. I'm not going to name names, but as what a move by Noelle. She just couldn't finish. It's going to stick with the Legends, however, as Benedict tried to keep it in. Here comes a baseline inbound for Sleeth. Kicks that one out to Kohler. She tries to get the top of the key 3, but nothing comes of it. No dice for Kohler. Cook had some space, maybe could have shot a 3. She gets it over to Rumble. Great find inside. Wirtz to Bednar. As the North Stars have extended their lead, up 14. As there's a reach and foul from Cook. Coach Rob Seichin not happy about that flagrant foul. Not a technically flagrant foul, but just flagrant in its nature, if you will. Just kind of unnecessary, if you will. But the North Stars still have a significant cushion here in the third quarter, 1:40 left to go. They just can't let the Legends go on a tear like they had earlier in the second quarter, first and second quarter there. They had that big run earlier in the game. As there's a foul. Legends are going to go to the line for 2. It's number 2, Denaria Cohen.
The Legends with their first chance since the beginning of the third quarter with their first chance to score.
Yep, so let's see if they can decrease this deficit. But again, we can't let the North Stars can't let the Legends go on a run like they had earlier in the game, because this thing could get out of hand pretty quickly. Yep. That one nearly got a lucky bounce, but off the left side of the rim, and no dice. The second shot, no good as well, though Kohler gets the rebound. Gets the backboard layup, and the Legends unable to get the 2 points. on the foul, but on the free throws, but they get the rebound and get 2. Great pass inside from Emmy Rumble. North Stars don't get anything, but they maintain possession. As there's a foul on the floor, and Wirt's going to go to the line for 2.
I believe that was like a 6 to 7 minute drought of not scoring for Liverpool.
Yeah, it's been quite some time as they finally get their first points in quite some time here in this third quarter. That one off the front of the basket. Wirt's 0 for 1. Here comes Liverpool. Less than a minute left in this third quarter as they look to get some more points on the board. Great drive into the paint from Denaria Cohen, but can't finish. So if the shot clock runs out, there will be no shot clock for the next possession here for Liverpool. So the shot clock is off here. As great little move from Noel as they keep this game manageable for the Legends. Here comes Wirtz. Shot clock is off. Under 10 seconds. She kicks it out for Benedict.
Another travel.
And another interesting travel call here from the refs. Let's get a replay here. Yeah, I see 2 steps.
That's an interesting travel call.
As there, the Legends score at the buzzer. Interesting travel call there. Looked like she kept her pivot foot down, but that
Liverpool able to capitalize off that.
Right.
Some would say interesting travel call.
Yes. So the North Star still with the lead, but it's anybody's game. We'll be back in just a few minutes. A few seconds, I should say. Not much of a break here. We'll be back. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Jordan Petrowski. The North Stars lead this one in a low-scoring affair in the fourth quarter, 31-22, up by 9. The North Stars just need to hold on to this lead. Can't let the Liverpool Legends go on a run like we saw earlier in the game that really led to a large deficit for the North Stars. So Legends with a large deficit. The North Stars came back earlier. We'll see if the Legends can come back in crunch time. In our final quarter of play, Benedict from a deep contested 3. She's been on fire.
Risky shot, but it paid off.
Yep. From downtown, Benedict cashes in. The North Stars increase their lead back to double digits. Legends manages to score at the end of that third quarter. But the North Stars have again regained that
good defensive
double
play
digit,
right
yeah.
there.
And great. It was a nice clean play by Avery Rumble. Great job reaching in there without obviously getting the reach and foul by making contact with her arm. Again, just a great job. Clean steal from Rumble. as the North Stars have come back with possession. Here at the logo is Benedict. She holds, waits for her teammates to get into position. There's Avery Rumble. She hands it off to her sister, Emmy Rumble, who, a little bit of a handoff there for Benedict, who drives the paint, and she's going to go to the line for 2.
Good play for the foul right there. Get the shots.
Yep. So the North Stars have a 12-point lead, look to make it 14 here with a 2-point play potential. The first one, a swoosh from Benedict. One for one. She goes 2 for 2 as that one trickles over the front rim, and the North Stars extend their lead, up 14. Nearly out of bounds, but Noel holds on to it. Kohler, mid-range 2 off the backboard. Excellent bucket from her.
Really threaded the needle with that pass, able to get those points.
Yep. Good movement so far in this first minute and a half of play from both teams, honestly. Great job
pass.
threading. There we go. Another threading of the needle, if you will.
Yep.
Jordan gets it inside for Emmy Rumble. It was Avery Rumble. The rumble to rumble connection. As there's a jump ball.
Only 2 minutes in this quarter. It's definitely been a more offensive quarter out of all of these.
A lot higher scoring than the ones we've seen earlier, as this jump ball is going to be in the direction of the Legends. Down 14, the Legends. They're definitely going to be starting to take some shots from the top of the key, from the corners, beyond the arc, if you will. So, starting to get crunch time. It's that.
Legends need to get more momentum going.
Yep. As Jack Manning once said, there's a deep.
Another contested three.
Wow. Leah Benedict for 3. She's just on fire. Good pass inside. Just that one couldn't finish.
Out.
Yeah, in and out for Denaria Cohen. As there's a foul on Noel.
Good draw for that foul.
Yep. And Liverpool, they're starting to get at that point. It's the do or die point you see in all sports, really, Jordan, where you're down, the game's getting close. The game is still winnable if you can just put together some solid plays. And right now what we're seeing from Liverpool, they're getting in that crunch time, they're getting in that panic mode, and we're seeing a lot of unnecessary fouls. The North Stars sit with 0 here, and the Legends have 3 fouls already in this fourth quarter. We'll be back in just a few moments. We'll see if Mike Wheeler can make some changes and surmount the comeback. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. So North Stars look to extend their lead. This corner 3, a little bit contested there from Rumble. She wanted to try again, but decides to drive the paint, kicks it out to her sibling, who gets it to Bednar, who then kicks it out for Wirtz. Wirtz wants to drive. She finds Emmy Rumble in the paint. Can't connect.
And as we haven't been able to get shots from this baselines usually, we just lost battery in our camera, so we're going to lose those shots for the rest of the night.
Thanks, Jordan, for giving us that update. Again, we're still working out the kinks for that one. It was kind of like a last minute. I went home and I got the best battery pack I had available, and unfortunately it's a little outdated, so lasted a little bit longer than I thought. But definitely getting some excellent shots for you from throughout the game, and we'll work out some more kinks for Saturday, where the boys will be playing in their home opener. As great takeaway here. Can they get points off of it? They cannot. Oh, another turnover. Potentially a three-point play, but that one doesn't find its way into the net, into the basket, and here comes a two-point play for Noel. That one trickles in. First one trickles in, the second one cannot. As Benedict, she's double teamed. She does get it off.
That double team might sell him right there.
Yeah, Bednar, great connection there. And another two for the North Stars.
Unable to recover from that double team right there, get down the court.
North Stars nearly a 20-point lead. They can score another basket here before the Legends can. They will get to that margin. Oh, another great connection. A little bit of an ankle breaker from Bednar.
Yet again, the double team seems to not be going in the Legends' favor currently.
Yeah, right now they're putting pressure down court for the. They're putting pressure up court, Jordan, and sometimes that can help you. Sometimes if you put pressure where they're inbounding down court, you can really catch the other team off guard. You can force turnovers. We see that a lot by the North Star boys, especially last year with Andrew Benedict. They did a lot of that, putting some on pressure down court. But then sometimes if you can't force a turnover, then you leave a wide open second half of the court. So
I noticed they've only been double teaming Leah Benedict. They're probably nervous about her getting in the three-point range.
Yeah.
Wide open three.
So that second two-pointer no good. North Star still have a chance here to take a 20-point lead.
The Legends unable to reel in these crucial free throws.
Yeah. Reminds me of the Syracuse Orange men's basketball, who honestly they've
been doing better this season.
They've been doing much better this season. Kean Anthony been making some plays.
Nearly won against number 2 Houston.
Yes. Right, exactly. Keeping it close versus Houston, going to overtime. And then, honestly, if they had made at least half of the 3 free throws they missed, they would have won the game in regulation. So just need some. But defense has looked much better compared to last year. Playing a little bit more zone, but I like the way it's been looking for Syracuse men's basketball. And girls men's what am I saying? Girls men's. I don't know what I'm saying here. Ignore me, folks. Women's basketball over at the Dome, they've been doing excellent. I believe they're 8-1. Not quite sure the strength of their schedule so far this season. I follow men's a little bit more as a deep contested three at the buzzer.
Wow.
Benedict had to get the shot off. And what a shot from her. I mean, downtown three at the buzzer, contested, and she gets it off. Wow, that's impressive.
Hate to say games are ending early, but that three might have just sealed their fate, down 21.
First one goes through and the second one goes through. So 2 for 2 there for Noel, as the North Stars still with a comfortable padding lead here, but barring a miracle here, Jordan, it looks like that deep contested buzzer 3 from Benedict sealed the fate of this one.
Yeah, the Legends' hope is seriously dwindling down.
That contested mid-range 2 from Kohler doesn't go. That pass high for Benedict from Emmy Rumble. And the North Stars turn it over here. A little bit of a shot clock malfunction there. Got our shot clock operator here tonight, Mark Vanette. Our scoreboard operator, Chris Pilata, and of course the great Daryl White, our PA announcer here tonight. As there's another turnover for the North Stars. And they reach and foul here for the Legends. Now, the Legends still have 3 timeouts, as they've reached their foul limit. And Benedict will go to the line for 2. That one, nothing but net for Benedict. So North Stars lead once more by 20, make it 21. And after Benedict goes 2 for 2 from the line. The Legends from 3. Nearly trickled in, but off the mark. And a foul on the North Stars.
I believe the Legends' biggest disadvantage tonight was just not being able to get any shots in the paint down.
Yeah, they were just, the North Stars definitely, after the break, strengthened that weakness, if you will. They were struggling a little bit from underneath the net, and second half definitely much better.
The switch necessarily flipped at halftime.
Yeah. That corner 3 aired out. The Legends do get the rebound. This game is slowly but surely getting away from the Liverpool Legends. Noel underneath the basket with the layup off the mark, though the Legends get a reset of the shot clock and stick with possession, though, with 1:47 left to go. This game is more than over. Just looking to get some more points on the board, maybe lose by less than 20, perhaps.
Yep.
Though this is going in the other direction. It's Elise Cook here to inbound from the baseline. Gets it over to Stockton, who hasn't seen much play time since the first and second quarters. Cook spins a little bit, gets it to Benedict, who drives the paint. And she's fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2.
The North Stars only having 14 points in the first half. Correct me if I'm wrong. Jumping up to 36.
Yeah, it was 15. You were close. 14 was Liverpool, but it's still, 15 and then scoring 35 in the third and fourth quarter. That's definitely a flip of the switch, if anything. As here comes some substitutions. Again, Natalie LaPointe, who was the starting goalie for the North Star girls soccer team, who went all the way to the state finals. They unfortunately lost that game. I believe it was, I don't remember the exact score, and if I'm not mistaken,
it was 3-1.
I feel like it was, yeah. I don't remember if it went to overtime or not. I remember it was very close. I believe it was 1-1 after the first half. I do remember that vividly, that it was very close and it was tied after the first half. But yeah, so the girls soccer goalie Natalie Lapointe out there. Nice thing about the girls soccer team, they only have one player who's a senior, so they're still a very young team. And if they can just maintain their strengths. And the thing is, all right, so it is actually 2-0 was the final score. I believe it was 1-1 first half in their semifinal matchup.
Yeah.
There's a foul on the floor. Sienna O'Keefe comes into the game, so getting all the bench players out there, getting them some play time, as this one is over with 1:15 left to go. That one off the mark for Kaylee Lockwood, who's seen some of her first playing time this game. But yeah, Natalie LaPointe most likely going to be part. But really, the only senior on the North Stars team, girls soccer team, she didn't play at all the entire season because she was injured from last year. She got re-injured this year, so that's Alexa Belknap. But and our producer is telling me that today is her birthday, so happy birthday, Alexa. And actually, funny thing, I actually got a postcard in the mail from, you get all those college propaganda, if you will, postcards. And mine was stuck together with 2 other people from the school districts. I don't know if it was like printed. They were all printed like glued together, if you will, and they just didn't unstick. So I have, Alexa, if you're potentially watching this game, I have your, I don't remember what college it's from, but it came in my mail. So there we go. So a timeout on the floor. Late in this fourth quarter, 37.3 left to go. And no, I guess not. Substitution timeout, as we get a correction here from our PA announcer, Daryl White. So it's a huge thank you to all of our staff here. Our, of course, shot clock operator, Mark Vanetta, our scoreboard operator, Chris Pilata, our PA announcer, Daryl White, our athletic trainers, Katie Clark and Brian Buckland, of course, our cleaning staff. You always got to give a shout out to them. And Annette Pearson, one of our janitors here at CNS, as here comes the North Stars the other way, as Taylor Arante is going to be fouled, and she's going to go to the line for 2. But yeah, Annette Pearson, one of our janitors here at CNS. Now, she's going to hate me for this. I don't know if she watches the games, but I believe she's the head janitor. Again, don't quote me her exact position, but I'm pretty sure that's her title. She's always here. As Taylor Arante, she gets 1 from the line. That one, unfortunately, doesn't make it. But Arante gets a point here in today's game. And again, of course, to finish out our shout-outs as this game comes to a close with 10.2 left to go. There's a foul on the floor, but of course, as always, a huge shout-out to our facility manager, Joe Howell, and our athletic director, Tim Bednarski. So, again, as always, a huge thank you to our entire staff here at CNS for making this possible. And, of course, again, Tim Bednarski and Joe Howell, who are always trying to help here at the North Star Network, helping us make improvements, getting us some equipment here and there. It's been a little bit hard. We tried to get a grant. Unfortunately, that didn't go through, but we're trying to get some sponsors, try to improve this broadcast and improve the broadcast quality for you folks at home. So that one is held by Arante. It's a jump ball, so it's going to stick with the Legends.
Just a great performance in the second half here by the North Stars. Really turning around the game. Up by 1 at half, but very defensive-sided affair at the first half.
There's a little bit of a trip up there from Caitlin Klee, as that's going to do it. The North Stars come away with the victory. In the home opener, they take down the Legends 53-30. Excellent game all around here, Jordan. Obviously, you keep talking about that flipping of the switch. What really set the North Stars apart here tonight from the Legends?
Really, it was just they've been playing better offensively in the zone. They were in the zone, excuse me.
Yeah.
Playing better in the paint. Defensively, they were doing a little better, preventing less turnovers and just better ball control, I would say.
Better ball movement overall, and of course the story of the game, Leah Benedict, who was on fire from beyond the arc. So that's going to do it here from CNS High School. I'm Joey Cox, joined alongside Jordan Petrowski. Of course, a huge shout out to the rest of our crew, our main camera operator Owen Lynch, our producer Alex Schneibel, our secondary camera operator Ethan Hansen. Of course, again, I'm Joey Cox, joined alongside Jordan Petrowski, saying so long from Cicero.